Hi all and welcome back to my Let's Play of Oblivion. Episode 4 already. Time flies when you have no time to play Let's Plays. We need to be here at night time, so if it's 12 PM, maybe 9 hours? Because we're going to be doing some thieving. And as everyone knows, thieving happens at night. I have memories of this ending up being my favourite quest. Oh! Who are you? Condra? I have no idea why this is happening. Sir? Why? Why you attack? Excuse me. No. Okay. I should probably stop messing around with this, but I want to figure out how to drag things. Like, I remember this being a very important part of probably what attracted me to this game originally also was Grabsy. Was the fact that, you know, objects were physics objects that worked in the space. Come on. Okay. This is enough messing around. I was going to attempt to put him in the water, but yeah, God knows who he was. Anyway, I have memories that the Thieves Guild was my favourite guild in this particular game. We're not on time, so let's wait like another 2 hours. And I don't know if that'll hold up because I remember the writing in all of them, bar maybe the Mages Guild, was pretty good and interesting. Like, I think the pinnacle that a lot of people will point to in this game will be the Dark Brotherhood. And we'll do all of these at some stage, I'm sure. Perhaps we've got to wait for them to come around the corner. Oh, I came to the wrong place, that's why. Hello. Armand.
Do I know you?
Grey Fox.
You say a beggar told you to seek me out? Good enough for me, then. The beggars are the eyes and ears of the Grey Fox. He is the king of thieves in Cyrodiil. You could think of him as our guildmaster, although he would deny that title.
I would like to join your Thieves Guild, please, sir. So we're fresh, like, out of prison, and I think the thing that got us put in prison was definitely fighting and stealing. That's becoming abundantly clear. And I think we were perhaps transported from a different place than Cyrodiil into Cyrodiil. And we are not particularly following the religious aspects of what Uriel Septim has asked us to do. We're instead going to try and make some coin.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Do I have to make him like me?
Say what you're going to say.
Just take the money.
Everyone is here. Let's begin. Each of you is seeking membership in the Thieves Guild. The Thieves Guild is not a myth. We are followers of the Grey Fox, and I am his doyen. Merely by finding me, you have passed the first test. It's unusual for us to have 3 potential recruits at the same time. Rather than the normal test of skill, I'm going to make this a contest.
That's not fair.
Methridel, you know the rules. However, for Amuse and the newcomer, let me state them clearly. Whoever brings me the diary of Amantius Electus without killing him will be invited into the guild.
Ha! I'll have it before sunrise.
Somewhere in the Imperial City, the beggars will help you locate it for a price. I can sell you lockpicks if you need them. One more thing. You cannot kill each other during this trial. We may be thieves, but we're not murderers.
Brilliant. I spoke with Armand Christoph, who is a member of the Thieves Guild. He offered me a chance to join the guild, but I have to compete against 2 other thieves, Methedril and Amuse. Whichever one of us steals Amantius Electus' diary first will be inducted into the Thieves Guild. It's somewhere in the Imperial City. He told me that the beggars might be able to tell me where to find him. I would like this to be my active quest. Interesting tidbit. I'll get into it in a second.
Maybe he lives in the Elven Garden.
Hello, beggar.
I'm saving up enough for... I've had
5 coins.
you are most
He lives in a temple district on the far east side. Cool. You can actually, if you let them steal the diary before you, I'm fairly sure you can just follow her. But just to be on the safe side, I'd rather have the map point the way to go. Yeah, you can let them steal the diary and then steal it off them, I believe. So you can actually pickpocket them for the diary if you have a high enough skill, which we probably do not. Sudden thought. I wonder if this is going to look dark and dingy. Hello. Ah, who cares? Off into the Imperial City for us. I picked the wrong time for this. Hopefully we didn't just get spotted. I didn't save before this either. Go on. At least we know time's pause when we're picking locks. Hello. I'm just going to walk past you. Some very extreme planter rearrangement there. Like, there's elements of this game. Like, I don't necessarily think Morrowind figures this out. I used to know exactly where this was. You got it. I think we might have just done the thing. No, I failed. It has elements of what I would classify as immersive sims. Let's go for a reload. Oh god, it's all the way back here. Right, I guess I'll see you in the future. Yeah, immersive sims, so like Deus Ex games like that. You know, there's systems programmed into the game that have interactivity that you can mess with and fiddle with, and they make some sort of rational sense. Like, a lot of the game doesn't make sense, but sort of the ability to pickpocket her after she's already got the diary makes sense. Just gonna make it. There we go. We win this time. Kind of a funny thing, her just stood there over me whilst I try and steal that, but there we go. We haven't really used fast travel much. I know we haven't got far to go here, but let's do it. I actually like the system of fast travel in this game, the whole idea that you have to go to a place one time to unlock it as a way to go. I'm not sure if I prefer it to the Morrowind one, which is like a system of travel, sort of a subway connection of stalkers. Stalkers, is that what they're called? Silt Striders, that's the one. Which I really liked. Sort of, as you get deeper into playing Morrowind, and it happened in my Let's Play, it was just like, oh, I'm linking together these places as if they are like subway or underground stations.
Yeah.
Hello.
You might do.
Might. Thieves Guild test.
Congratulations! You have returned with the diary. You have earned the right to join the Thieves Guild. You now owe your loyalty to our guildmaster, the Grey Fox. He has 3 rules you must follow.
What are the 3 rules, I may ask?
First, never steal from another member of the guild. Second, never kill anyone on the job. This is not the Dark Brotherhood. Animals and monsters can be slain if necessary. Third, don't steal from the poor. The peasants and beggars are under the personal protection of the Grey Fox, particularly here on the waterfront.
Cool. Tell me about the Thieves Guild.
What do you want to know?
What if I do kill someone?
Breaking any of the 3 rules means expulsion from the Thieves Guild. If you commit murder, you must pay the blood price to rejoin the guild. Blood price is for each person slain. You can pay any of the guild doyen.
Do you think it's a little bit suspicious that I'm a fresh new member and he mentions the 3 rules, and one of those rules is like, you mustn't kill, and then straight away he's like, so what do you want to know about the Thieves Guild? So if I do kill, it's not exactly trustworthy. What Where can I find a fence?
The best fences are only available to the higher rank Thieves Guild members. Here's a list of who you can use.
Ongar.
Ongar lives in Bruma. He doesn't have much money, but he's the only place you can sell hot property if you are new to the Thieves Guild.
It's cool having fences and sort of a system of stolen property, because that's also something that was non-existent in Morrowind. Obviously, there's going to be improvements. This isn't necessarily me saying, oh, one's better than the other. What is a Doyen?
The Doyen are the hands and eyes of the Guildmaster. You take your orders from them, you get your favors from them. I am one Doyen, and Skriva is the other.
Tell me about jobs.
We're thieves, not masons or scribes. Look, you're on your own as a thief. Go find a likely-looking house, case the joint to see when the owner is gone. When he leaves, you break in and steal some stuff. You don't need special permission or orders to do that. However, you will find that you can only sell stolen property to one of our guild fences. Most other merchants won't take hot merchandise.
So we all work alone?
Well, sometimes the guild gets a special commission. You know, guaranteed pay to acquire certain items for special clients. You should check in with your Doyen every once in a while to see if there are any commission jobs available.
They're like the main missions, the ones that actually progress, like the Thieves Guild storyline. Tell me about the Grey Fox.
All Thieves Guild members have sworn loyalty to him. If there is such a thing as a guildmaster, he's it.
Tell me about Hieronymus Lex.
He's the captain of the Imperial Watch. He is pursuing a personal vendetta against the Thieves Guild and the Grey Fox. 2 years ago, I made a fool out of him when he tried to arrest me. Lex has never forgotten it.
You sound almost joyous. Rumours?
If you need something enchanted,
Okay, whatever. Special
you
jobs.
need more experience before I can use you on a committee. When you've contributed enough...
Yeah, okay. Cool, so we need to go and fence some stuff. Right, so... do we have a plan for fencing? I suppose we should find a building and do it. I know there's a way of like sort of doing this in a quick manner. Of I think there's like someone who's got a load of hidden potions that basically that will be enough money from them to actually just push forward the quest and be able to do all the Thieves Guild quests in a row. But I'm not sure if I want to do that at this stage. I think we should at least break into one random property and rob them blind. It feels in keeping with what we're doing. We also then need to head to Bruma as well. Can't we zoom out on this map? Oh, that's horrible. Bruma's up north. There we go. I mean, we could rob someone in Bruma. Feels like, yeah, now we've started out and we've found out our fence is up there, it probably makes sense for us to go there. Do we need anything for the journey? How are we doing on potions? Probably could do with some more healing potions, but we're okay. Could do with some better weapons, maybe. I may as well use the debaser instead of the short sword, just because it's slightly higher damage. The drain willpower and drain endurance doesn't matter, so we'll just let that charge fizzle out. Also, it glows. Does it glow? I thought it'd glow. Ah, I haven't swapped to it, that's why. It glows. As do all the magic weapons in this game. So, yeah, let's head out of the city. And, like, actually go and explore the world, which is a huge part of what I like about this game. The Imperial City is a nice little hub to come to, and I think there's quite a few quests here and bits and bobs of starting guilds, but it's, I think, the other towns and places that get a bit more interesting. You know, they more have a thing about them. Which actually is a distinctly Oblivion thing to start with, because if you think about, and to be honest, this is just going to be, I'll do a bit of a ramble walk and then we'll cut to Bruma and rob someone, I think. Oh, it is lovely. Let's make it daytime. But yeah, 1 second. Are we back on? Probably cut that out, eh? This fog isn't exactly much better for seeing the world. But yeah, it's a distinctly Oblivion thing, is each of the towns have a thing. And being in Cyrodiil, it's sort of in the centre of the world. So up north, you've got going towards Skyrim. You've got Bruma, which is sort of more Nordic. You've got Shadenhall on the east. I didn't believe that was more Dark Elf because it's near Morrowind, but I'm not sure. Leyawiin, which is, Black Marsh, which is Argonian. Bravil, which I think is a bit of everything. It's not all set in stone. Oh, Skingrad's the rich one. Kvatch is, well, we'll see Kvatch, and Anvil's the port city. But yeah, they have a bit of a thing about them, which is something that really happens in Skyrim as well. It's like you go to a town and this is the town of this and this is the town of that. And it's a bit more murky than just straight up that. But I know in Morrowind, it's sort of everywhere was just kind of everywhere. Quit my bow for whilst we walk.
How goes it?
Right, I'm not sure how this is going to edit together. I think I got a bit further up the road. We had a crash. Let's see if it crashes again, eh? I have to say, I'm not sure if it's jank or what, but running these older Bethesda games on a computer does seem to get a bit blur at times. And my computer should be able to run this game, no problem. Not that my computer's super powerful, but this game isn't super intensive. Or shouldn't be, at least. To Bruma, anyway. I've lost my train of thought, so I'll meet you there. Oh, yeah. See, like, this is a good example of something that Oblivion does differently. I know he's just a generic soldier or guard, but there are people who do wander around the map. And I think that also aids it to have a sense of place, because, you know, you can bump into a fellow traveller sort of thing, which I think is quite... it's pleasant to happen. I actually rolled a character once that was explicitly to try and rob people on the highway. They were going to be a highway person, but the systems are not robust enough for that, really. I think there's only a couple of named characters that do actually walk around the world map because they don't want to. They don't want the system to accidentally kill them, which can happen. Explicitly in Skingrad, the home, you can buy a house in each city, and the home you can buy there, the person you buy it off can walk off a bridge and die, meaning you can never get that home. Well, you can if you're playing on a PC with the console, but on a console without the console, you can't. You can't revive anyone. So, Fort Empire. It's interesting that there's no active forts, I don't think. All the forts are broken down. Perhaps not required anymore. That is a scamp. We should be fighting a few of these. I think the Daedra... Is this technically a Daedra? Imp, sorry, not a scamp. I think that's technically... Imps are just a... monster, not a Daedra. They're not like specifically from one of the gods or anything. But the monster sort of... I was going to say vocabulary... compendium, the group of monsters that are in the game is fairly fleshed out, so there's some good stuff to fight in here. Yeah, this is like, this could be straight out of the UK, scenery-wise, sort of rolling hills, maybe not at the cobblestone path always, but, you know, views like this, but none of the territory is particularly extreme. And I find this very pleasant and a very good take on it. Sort of thatch roof cottages, the way that the trees line up around the edges, things like that. I think it is a very good representation of that. That being said, I do miss the wild mushrooms on Morrowind. I think the thing that does strongly is it's unique. Whereas, like, I can see the reading of this game, someone saying it's generic. It works for me, but there's nothing out there. It's a fantasy that's borderline historical in world setting, as in geographically, not necessarily, and biomes, not necessarily as in, you know, elves and stuff are realistic. Have we overshot? No, we're still coming up to the northern road. I remember these being a thing. Do we pray at them and get like some small buff or something? No stars shine upon the Doomstone. Nope. Can't remember what that is. A lot of wolves around here. As you can see, they're not the biggest threat to me. But you can already see how we're transitioning from like a greeny area to a more snowy area. And it's quite a harsh transition. But it's a cool way to sort of split the world and give it a sense of place. What have we got on trousers? We're not wearing any trousers. Or do boots cover? Have I not been wearing trousers this whole time? Oops. That's very funny. When did I take those off? I don't know. It's a problem with it, you know, I don't feel the cold personally. It's my character who feels it. He didn't let me know. You know, there's no bar going down saying you are cold today. Oh, there's a big battle up here, isn't there? It's a weird experience playing a game like this again, because it's been probably 10 years or so since I played it. Yeah, there's a battle in there, I think. Yeah, it can't be far of 10 years since I played it. So I have no like short-term memory connection to it, but long-term memory, I remember these roads. And these areas, and it feels like, kind of feels like revisiting a place you haven't been to for a long time. I went to university in London, and I didn't go back there for 3-4 years. I finished after 1 year. It wasn't for me. And like going back after 3 or 4 years, it was just like, oh, like I know this place, but I don't, but I do, and I'm familiar with it, but I'm not, and it's an interesting experience, definitely. Who should we rob? Should we rob a store? I suppose we should be casing a joint, shouldn't we? This is where we're going to rob someone who, like, I need to like me. I remember this being, like, I think the concept of you having to fence things to do the main quest in the Thieves Guild is really interesting, and it's good. It's a good mechanic. That is just straight up a European church. There's, like, no denying it. It's a cool concept, but I remember it just being a pain in the butt. We should probably go to, like, try and find the rich, shouldn't we? Instead of like being in these poorer areas. They're going to have more stuff, and also they don't need it as much as we do. Oh, it's cleared up a bit as well. We can actually like see into the distance, which is nicer. I wonder if that's what caused the crash. So this is very much like a medieval type town. You know, you look across here, you look at this landscape here, and like this guard here, and this is just like, it could be a medieval game. There's nothing to point at it being high fantasy. But let's go into this great hall. I have no idea who is best to rob here, but this feels like it might be heavily guarded though. Let's do a save. Let's crouch. Barracks, no, we'll avoid. I feel like this is probably going to be a mistake, but there's probably like areas where you're allowed in. What's your silverware worth? I like the fact my guy can appraise stuff on the fly. Oh yes, it's carafe. I'm well aware of these silverware. It's got to be 5 septims. I know soul gems are sometimes worth a bit. Wasn't me. Not exactly playing this out like a thief here. Just sort of crouched in. Just wandered in through the front door past the guards. Ah, your books are worth nothing, but your brandy's worth something. Have I just drank both of those? I drank the brandy. Again, we close the doors after us. No one's been here. Service hall. See, this game almost feels like it could be Thief or something, but the mechanics are not quite robust enough to do it. But if it was built out like that, the Thief game series, that is, that'd be really cool. I should play that again. Your book's worth anything? We're not. We're in the pause place here. Let's go and try and find a rich person's bedroom. There's someone up these stairs. You can see the shadow through the floor. And I think this class is trespassing. The problem is because it's not based off sight lines. It's based off like rolls almost. It's based off your sneak skill. Yeah, see, we've been heard there. That's why the mechanics aren't like robust enough to take the sneaking, if you know what I mean. They're not built to, really. Until you get like a semi-decent amount in the sneak skill. I think we've got everything we can from there. So let's go rob somewhere else. I'm in someone's shop. Shh. I don't know why we came to Broomham to rob people. Seems to be a bad idea. They seem to have nothing of value. You must keep your money somewhere. You're a shop. Just steal his entire wine cabinet. None of it's worth much, but I'm a bit bored of robbing people and not finding that one item that's worth loads and loads. So if we start taking some of the smaller items, it'll add up eventually. Like, an armory's got to be a good place to rob, right? It's not terrible. These weapons are actually worth something. They're heavy, though. Oh. Oh, no. There's no one here. Shh. I wonder if that's got us in trouble or not. We might not be able to go back into that shop. If we quickly try and sell all these to our fence. Who lives in here? Right, a guard's seen us, so I think we're okay. Ongar.
I see you are with the Grey Fox. Do you need a fence?
We do.
You got some hot property.
Cool.
That's a good... I think I can...
If we just like sell everything. Oh, we got the brandy.
You got a great deal. That seems a fair price.
I'll use the repair hammer. For some reason, these have not counted as robbed, but we'll get rid of them. We'll sell these.
I think I can move this item for you at that
there we
price.
go.
Got anything else?
Yeah, that doesn't count as robbed either. The wine. I mean, we'll sell it.
I think I...
Apparently, we don't need to sell robbed things either. Alright, 2015. 215 it is staying in that. Okay, cool. Anyway, we've visited our fence, we've done our robbing, and I'm sure we've got enough to do a first quest or two. So that will be it for us today. I've reached my goal. I've found over 50 gold worth of goods. So let's go see Armand. But yeah, that's going to be it. We'll join back up there tomorrow. Will it be tomorrow? No, it'll be Friday. Today's Wednesday. Thank you for watching. If you've done the Thieves Guild in the past, did you like it? Thoughts on it? I remember liking it. Like, these little side missions to go and rob places are really cool. It doesn't quite work because the like stealth isn't good enough, especially at lower levels. But it's kind of cool. It's cool that it's there, and it's cool that it frames it that way. It makes sense. My name's been Billy. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.